Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss Rampage, President Down. So in this movie, we have the United States government in kind of a state of panic and chaos because multiple high-level leaders, including the president and others very close to that position, have been taken out. They've been gunned down. Everybody's in just like a complete state of panic except for Bill Williamson, who after his wild shooting spree, taking over the TV network to get his manifesto out, he remained alive. He remained in hiding. He's trying to get his message out to an even bigger audience, always plotting, always planning. And so now he's done this, an unthinkable high-level act, and the Rampage President Down takes a look at what happens in the wake of that. So the original Rampage movie to me was an interesting, especially for an Uwe Boll movie, was pretty interesting to watch. I thought the second one was so preachy. It just felt like watching an amalgam of generic YouTube ideology videos. Very little action, very little character development, just reading, stuff that you would expect to find. I mean, I get it that they're trying to make Bill Williamson, more realistic and authentic, but I just felt like it was just a lot of generic talking and not a lot of what made Rampage interesting. So the series ends here with Rampage President Down, and I feel like we're kind of in we pulled a little bit toward the formula from the original. It's got a little bit more action, a little bit more character focus, but there's also just a lot of really generic ideology spit out here, and I don't know, I just felt like a lot of this movie was boring. It was kind of a chore to get through. I don't know. I don't know why the focus on such dry material, especially from Uwe Boll. Like, there's very little snap or any kind of taking aim, no pun intended, at some of this stuff. It just felt like just reading a generic YouTube ideology video script to me. I didn't connect with this one very much. But again, I do think it's better than the second movie because at least there's a little bit of effort here. I felt like, there was a little bit more work put in on the Bill Williamson character as far as what was going on with him, which I appreciated. There's a little bit more action. And I should say this too, they do spend not a lot of time, but they do reuse quite a bit of footage from the previous movies. So there's that also. In the end, I just feel like this series kind of went out with a whimper, unfortunately. The first movie, interesting. The two sequels for me, though, were definitely not, were not that interesting. But that's my review for Rampage President Down. Unfortunately, I just didn't connect with this or the previous sequel. So I got to give them a thumbs down. But if you want to check out more of my reviews, you can go right here on YouTube. I got a movie review playlist. I got taste tests, live streams, all that kind of stuff. But thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon.